guys, welcome back. My name is Eddie as usual, and today I am hosting the amazing mixologist. I will let him introduce himself, of course, but if you are new here and you haven't subscribed, go right ahead and subscribe. So, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Introduction.
Oh. I'm called Ivan Kanyesigye. 30 years old, from the West.
Golly baby.
30? Anyway, I come from Mukunjiri and I happen to be a mixologist by trade. Yeah, what else do you need?
Mixologist, just the way the title says it. Mixologist. He mixes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're wondering what he mixes. So, what do you mix?
A mixologist deals with stuff to do with cocktails.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has to figure out what to get out of different kind of maybe alcohol or what you call spirits. So yeah, that kind of person who can make you something in an instant. You've seen people go to the bar, but they don't know what they even want to take. So
I am usually one of those people.
Yeah, someone is used to beer, but then they always see some things.
You feel like I'm so tired of beer.
I always see something blue, man. I want to try it out.
And
like,
purple and
what is it called? Yeah, they have different colors, of course. So a mixologist should be able to figure out what he has to do for you at that particular time. You tell me, I only like UG coconut, so I have to be able to figure out, okay, what can I make out of UG coconut? So you don't feel like, no, I don't take whiskey, I don't take tequila. No, you like your UG, of course. So I have to be able to figure out what to make out of that and give you a cocktail. Yeah.
So are they all, do you have to use alcohol in all of them?
Cocktails, a cocktail is, of course, having alcohol rather. A cocktail has to have alcohol in it. Then there's also what we call a mocktail. A mocktail. M-O.
Mocktail.
Yeah,
wow.
The other one is C-O, then this one is M-O. So
wow.
A mocktail is the one that doesn't have alcohol. You're saved, you're Muslim, but still I know some Muslims who take. Anyway, someone who doesn't take alcohol
can do a mocktail.
A mocktail, yeah, a mocktail.
Hey, see wahala. I used to say I want a cocktail, non-alcoholic cocktail. Kumbe, the thing is called mock.
Yeah, it's a mocktail. When you say non-alcoholic cocktail, it's almost already used, like you saying, you already said a cocktail. So just simply say mocktail.
No.
Someone who's experienced will just know what you want.
Know what you want. Now that takes me to the next question, because the fact that you're bringing in this whole mocktail thing.
But why aren't we having something to drink here though?
Well, he is to blame because
I'm taking water.
He is the mixologist. He shows up without anything mixed. I just don't know what to explain. But anyway, you gave us the difference between a mocktail and a cocktail. So that takes me to another question. Did you study these things? Because the fact that you know the difference between, did you go to school? Is there some university, college, institution that teaches these kinds of things? How did you learn to do this?
Yeah, very nice question that guests asked me quite a lot. Yeah, I think you might not call it a school, but I think wherever you go to get knowledge, it's already a school. So I went for training. It's kind of like happened to me. You know how something happens to you and you don't even know how you got into that. So I didn't actually really think I would be this. But with the situation in Uganda and all that, some things will find you wherever you are. So
the situation, which situation?
Okay, without getting political, we know very many youths are out there without jobs. And
the hassle is real.
And they have to really go find something to do, because now, like me, I'm a man. I don't know about you ladies, but I have to have responsibilities somewhere in life.
Yeah, that's very true.
You have to find something to do. So you asking me whether I went for training? Yeah, I did. Remember about 5 years ago? Yeah, it found me, and they wanted guys to go for training so they can be employed within that same whatever. I'm talking about Sky Lounge actually.
Sky
if anyone has ever gone there, maybe about 3-4 years ago, they could have seen me. So they wanted guys to really
learn how to
do that, and they employ them in the new bar they were opening up. So yeah, we went for training about 8 months without.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 months.
8 months, that's long.
Yeah, it's very long, but I think it took long for them to open the bar, so we didn't have anywhere to go. So we just kept on learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. And some things happen to you, and you have to realize later that it was better that way. So because I learned more than I should have learned in the period of maybe 2 months or 1 month.
And somehow that it opened doors that you weren't prepared for, that you hadn't planned.
Yes, stuff is so hard, man. Like, it's not that easy to mix something and get a particular taste of someone that will be ordered over and over again. It's hard to impress someone. I keep telling people I'm both a doctor and I'm a drug dealer at times also, because I will get you high and still cure you. You come to me and
so you have something that can cure a hangover?
Yeah, of course. People ask me always, like,
really?
What can I do? I'm having hangover. But you can avoid hangover. Why would you want it to happen?
Well, this thing happens. It just happens. You don't know how.
No. Okay.
Because one night you're having a blast, and the next morning, life is tough.
You're glad I'm here. I'll give you about 1 or 2 tips to avoid hangover.
Tips to avoid hangovers.
Yeah. Let me drop some gems, baby. Okay. The number 1 rule of avoiding a hangover is 1: make sure before you go out, eat.
Before you drink.
Don't eat this small stuff. Eat and be filled up. Just feel like you have eaten, right?
If you want to eat katogo or luwombo, you can fill your stomach.
Just make sure you've eaten. You don't go on an empty stomach. Yeah, because usually the energy to grind out all that alcohol in your body, if you've not eaten, you won't have it. So when you drink on an empty stomach, you're bound to have a hangover.
That makes sense. The only times I have had a hangover, I was actually hungry.
Exactly. And then the other one, please never mix drinks. Why would you? Okay, I know there is when they call you up like, hey, come through, drinks are on the house and all that. Have you waited?
My friend, Uganda is tough.
They will buy beer, you take beer. They will buy champagne, you take champagne. Some of them
buy whatever spirit.
Some of them, they have found you taking beer, then all of a sudden they ask you what you're taking, and then you have to jump to Red Label, and before you know it, your stomach is now a whole concoction of stuff. So in the morning, you're going to have a hangover because the body is strong to a certain point to work on all that type of alcohol. It can only take a certain amount. Some people throw up, and also throwing up is also nasty, man. You take out someone out, and all of a sudden they are throwing up on you.
That reminds me of something that I'm not going to. No, somebody threw up on you.
Wait, so you're telling me someone threw on you? You had gone out on a date or something?
Hell no. Are you interviewing me? Let's continue.
I get caught up sometimes.
Let's continue. So
anyway, where do they say? Where were we?
Where were we?
Where were we?
Oh,
okay.
People from those ends, eh? You know that other side
Jerome,
of this country. Those ones, you know. So, the cocktails.
Yeah.
How do you get your clientele? Where do you get your clients? In what way? Do you advertise on TVs, on radio, social media, of course? How do you get your clients? And who actually are your clients?
Like I said before going there, for me to be a mixologist, I had to leave, to make a sacrifice actually. All the years I was working as a bartender, there is a bartender, there is a mixologist.
Those are two different people.
Almost the same, but kind of different.
Because
bartender is behind the bar actually. the other guy you go to and you're like, give me a beer, give me two shots of tequila. That's a bartender. And at times he has to also mix you some drinks. But me, I'm not behind the bar. I'm almost the bar.
Wow.
So
you're almost the bar.
Yeah. So I had to make a sacrifice whereby I realized there's nothing that was happening for me in my life. Most young people out there, please don't be afraid to move on, because failure to move on will only confine you to a certain space where you won't even grow. We've seen people who have given all their youthful years to wrong people, and before you know it, it's too late for you to really
because years run.
So to answer you, I had to leave that job, and I really wanted something going on for me, something I can control, something I can call my own, and something I can grow out of my blood and sweat. And the clients I had in the bar helped me maybe start this up, because if I hadn't gotten some gigs and all that in the beginning, maybe I would have thought of quitting. But the clients that I found in the bar in those 4-5 years kind of helped me in a way that whenever I would put out something on my status or something, some of them would be like, okay, so you do this, you can work on a wedding or something like that, or a birthday party. And I would be like, yeah. I didn't know how I would really handle all that, but
like at the beginning, you didn't have the whole concept of I can do on weddings, I can go on whatever. Did you have that concept when you decided to move on?
Actually, it was everything that happens in my life at times is either it's, I don't know, either destiny or something like fate or something. Because I remember I was at the bar, and all of a sudden this usual customer, she's a lady, beautiful lady, she comes to me and she's like, I'm looking for someone to make me cocktails. There was a certain hotel, they had a birthday or something. So I was like, yeah, I can do that, not knowing even what I'm really going to get there and use and all that. Yes, I knew how to make, but I didn't have the necessary materials. So I remember she's like, you sure you can do that? I'm like, yeah, I can come and do it for you, because I had done a day shift and my shift was almost done. So I went there. Don't ask me how I got the tools, but I got them in a certain way and went there and did something, and they ended up loving it. They gave me almost half of the money that I got as a salary for the whole month.
And you're like, Ivan.
So I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I go past my house. Oh, do I swear? Anyway, I'm like, I work myself out for a month and get literally this kind of money, because you know, in a bar there are shortages, there are losses bound to happen, so they will always chop your money up. And so I was like, I got half of it, which is literally like what they pay me after the losses in one evening, without like experience of working outside and all that. So I was like, how about if I thought about making it my own? But it didn't come till I had a very bad accident.
I remember the accident.
I had a very bad accident, and on my sick bed is when I always thought about everything. I was like, fuck, like, I've not saved, I've not done anything for myself, I'm not anywhere I want to be. I have no real like a girlfriend to like who's down for me in that particular moment. I'm like, why? I'm growing up and I really need to have something going for myself. So that's when I was like, you know what? When I get off here, I'm going to start my own. I don't know how I'll get all the necessary materials to use, but I'm going to start my own, and I'm going to make sure I make it. And it's now a period of like, okay, take away the corona. Maybe I could say 4 months solid of Cocktail City. And I'm happy with where I am, because I've not literally gotten to even the smallest part of where I want to be.
But you're somewhere.
I'm somewhere, but
the journey has started.
There's a lot I really need to accomplish.
Yeah, there is a lot, but you have to appreciate the fact that the journey has started, and the future doesn't look so terrible.
Do you pray?
I do. Don't pray. You don't pray?
No, speak like we're speaking. Why are you hiding? Do you pray?
I do pray. You don't pray?
Not every day.
So, that means that your clients, some of the clients you can do birthdays. What are some of the events that you can cover?
Okay, anything that involves happiness, any party that has no cocktails is always, I always say it's just a meeting of a group of people. Maybe they're discussing business, who knows? They're discussing business disguising as a party or something. So anything that has happiness, that is ranging from it could be at home, it could be your own home,
could be a family get together.
It could be a family get together. It could just, I've gotten 2 clients who stay together and they called me up to work for them. Get-togethers. It goes to birthday parties. It goes to bachelor parties. It goes to weddings. It goes to any event bridal showers.
Baby showers.
I've not worked on burial though. God forbid. I don't know.
We don't want anybody. Nobody's going to be celebrating.
Some people really celebrate people's deaths. Like we're celebrating not deaths actually. They celebrate the lives of people.
I think that would.
So you never know. You never know. They could maybe want to celebrate, and they could call me, but I've not had any chance to do something like that.
Okay. So, I know that there are people out there who are like, okay, I think I would love this guy's services and all that stuff.
Of course.
So, what are your rates? Because life is hard.
Trust me. This is
money is nowhere to be seen, but we want to be happy. So,
of course.
What are some of the rates? For example, if it's like a family get together.
That's one of the challenges I find as a young business entrepreneur. I find that so challenging because I get to some points and someone really offers me a certain amount of money. Take for example like the situation we're in right now. You have bills to be paid and all that. So sometimes we settle for what we are not worth. Sometimes someone actually offers you some amount of money and you think of the people back home who are looking up to you, the kids back home, but we would want... I'm answering a certain question you asked me.
I'm kidding.
So the rates are, usually I always tell people, what you pay is what you get.
That makes sense.
Because I know I'm not at where I want to be, where I feel like when I get there I don't have to hustle about bargaining and all that. The price sells itself. But right now what you pay is what you get usually. Because I'll give you a quotation of what I feel like will be the best party you ever had. But someone out there, some people just get scared and just go away without even saying a thing. Like, give me the quotation, Sam. I type it and give it to her, maybe send it to her. And she keeps quiet. She doesn't get back to you.
Because she's scared.
I always be like, why do you have to be scared? Why do you have to?
It's like going to buy a dress and you have like 10,000. Someone tells you 150. I know. You just get your bag.
I know now. And I'm sounding as like a hypocrite right now because sometimes I do that. Sometimes I walk away like it's like 10,000. I just be like like okay, now I understand. But okay, this is different. Like, don't be afraid to come back to me and you're like, hey, the truth is, this is how much I have, but I really need something. I will explain to you what you can get out of that. But don't be afraid to come back to me to tell me, you know what, you're asking for a lot. I feel like let's maybe reduce the number of people, or maybe let's do this, but I'll still explain to you. Initially I wanted to give you this and this kind of services, but now they reduce, of course. The prices vary, and we're working constantly so hard to find the best ways we can serve people out there. We're trying to make sure we have the best cocktail company in the whole of Uganda. We don't only look at the central region, but we can as well go to the deepest of areas out there.
Wow. So if I have like a giveaway ceremony in Kashari or via Itara, you can come.
I have worked in Rukunjiri twice now.
Oh, okay. So you can come to Kashari.
Kashari is just I could even walk. What would I be doing there though? Your thing?
Yeah, my thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you should get ready.
I'll be ready for you.
So That means, okay, about the materials and everything, do clients buy materials themselves, or you include all that in the quotation and you come? I don't have, like, as a client, I don't have to go through the hassle of going, hey, I want that one, I want this.
It's a two-way thing. You know, we people are so different because someone feel like they can get the drinks themselves. Maybe they have a depot, maybe they have a liquor store, maybe they have a winery or something. So they feel like I can.
Or maybe they know somebody who knows somebody.
Maybe they even know someone who knows someone with someone who has something. So maybe they can get them on a very cheap option or even get them for free. So some people will be like, just tell me what I need to get you. I will get it. And then yours will be different. Your labor costs and everything will be different. So some people do that, and then some people are so busy that they are busy that they don't have the time to go through all that hassle. So they just be like, give me the whole quotation, and then we see what to do. So that's the two ways I'm talking about.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, where do you see Cocktail City in about 5? I mean, you have to be optimistic. Here we're going to start prophesying. You speak life into
Hallelujah.
Something. Hallelujah. That one. So, where do you see Cocktail City in about 5 years? I'm going to say, because usually they ask us 5 years. It's a constant period of time.
I always tell people no one knows what is going to happen tomorrow. So I want to be optimistic, but I also don't want to. Anyway, plans change and all that. But as per now, I think I have a lot I want to do. I want to own a very nice cocktail bar that will be known. I want to, maybe probably in 5 years I will have to have a family.
Say anyway, that's it's so amazing, like, because life is very tough right now, and jobs are nowhere to be seen. But I like that people, or the young people, are being innovative, looking for so many other ways to get out of this poverty thing. Somebody said education used to be the key. They used to say education was the key, but now it's the padlock, because when you graduate, you're all thinking about getting a job. You're all thinking about that office job.
Trust me,
I'm glad you're out of that lock. You decided to get out of the lock.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Very many people, very many age mates out there are afraid to do something because they feel like, I can't do this. How do I say it? Trust me, when I started out, I used to hide from my OBs and OGs.
Why?
Like, I don't want for them to see me working in a bar or something. Like, everyone goes through that, and I'm glad after some time, like the people I went with to campus, and the same people would come to me and like, hey bro, today I'm not doing good, man, can I take something on your beer? So it's when I really started to think, like, I thought they were like well off, man. Nah, it's
all the same. The struggle is real.
Actually, so I started embracing the one thing I move with in life. The motto is, if you don't get what you want, love what you have. Not everything will be handed on the silver plate for you, so you have to make sure you make use of what you have. And not very many people embrace the kind of work we do. Some still look down on us.
They shun it.
Yeah, some.
But it's okay. If it puts food on your table.
Trust me, but I'm glad that you shape it into what you want it to be. Trust me, someone who takes my cocktails, you take back your beers tomorrow morning. You just take them back to the depot and they're like, you know what, give me half price, because I've accepted losses. Trust me, a client called me one day in the aftermath of the wedding, because I told him, I was like, you know what, if you're going to make me do your cocktails, please, if you had a budget of, let's say, 50 crates of beer, make them at least 20. He didn't listen to me. He still bought his beers. He was always telling me, my people have beers. But trust me, the moment I serve a cocktail, people want to know, what's in that blue? What's that blue thing? What's that purple thing? Can you also bring me that? And before you know it, they are loving it. And before you know it, the beer is still there. It's not moving. So people come to me. They want to be partners. people who want to be partners, who want to learn, and I'm glad that now they see it as something that someone out there can do, and I'm glad. I feel like sometimes I'm an inspiration to some of my friends.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Don't
Before-
feel like no.
I hope I get to a point where I feel like, because right now I don't. For someone to really inspire you, they have to really have taken a very big step.
Yeah.
Right now I'm still a product that is not yet finished. But when I get there,
you will get there.
I'll maybe teach you one or two.
You will get there.
Or
And
you can
then I
even learn today.
Yeah, but
I have the materials behind there.
why didn't you come with some?
Behind that wall, I have the materials. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
I'm joking.
We'll see.
I'm joking.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ivan, for
Yeah.
being here, for coming, for accepting to be on my channel. I'm really honored.
This is the very first, what do you call it, interview I've ever had. Yeah, this is the very first interview.
Woo,
so I hope
the
you'll be the
pioneer
one
of
I look out.
cocktail
I look at and I'm like, she's the one who gave me the very first interview. And maybe someone out there noticed me and all that. So I'm glad also to be here. And I'm glad you're doing something that you love, and you're also breaking the barriers. And
Not easy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. If you want to contact Ivan for anything, if you have liked what you have heard and you have liked what you have seen, I'm going to put his contacts down below, or the links to his social media platforms. Follow him, support him, contact him. If you have anything, please go right ahead and do that. And if you have not subscribed, you are here watching but you have not made the decision to subscribe, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like, comment, tell me what you think about this amazing gentleman. I'll see you next time. Bye.